Hi everyone and welcome to my studio vlog. My name is Sari and I'm the owner of Purrfect Little Art, which is a cozy little online store for handmade stationery and accessories with dental and cat theme art. Today's vlog is going to be a little bit different because we're going to be talking about the world of packaging and shipping. Why, you may ask? If you stumble upon this video, then you're probably a small business owner yourself, or you're thinking about starting an online business. Because to be honest, if you're just starting, that's like brand new language for you, and it is a lot to take in. So I figure I can share my knowledge, my experiences, and hopefully it can help you too. And if you're not a business owner, you're not thinking of starting a new business or anything like that, I think it could still be fun. I think I'm a fun person, so you can stick around and enjoy the video too. Also, if you'll be keeping up with me and watching my previous vlogs, you may notice something different. Yes, I cut my hair. It was so long. It was way overdue. I needed to cut my hair and finally did, and I absolutely love it. I love it so much. First, the basics. You're gonna need some sort of packaging material, scale, and some paper. If you're just starting, honestly, that's all you need. If you have one or two different type of items, honestly just stay with like one or two types of mailers, because otherwise you're just gonna end up with like a lot of mailers that you might not even use. When I first started, I had this one and then like a smaller one. This one is about 6 by 9, but it's a little bit smaller than that. So let's say that this is 6 by 9. So I had a 6 by 9 and a 6 by 6, and that was all. So the 6 by 6, I used it for most of my stuff, and whenever something was a little bit bigger, I would use, or more stuff that wouldn't fit on the other one, I would use this one. There's like these sticky paper that it's not sticker paper, I guess it's considered sticker paper, but it's basically copy paper, but that has like a sticky back. You can just get that and use your regular printer to print your shipping labels when you're just starting. Honestly, that's more than enough. That's how I did it. Yes, you can go fancy and buy a thermal printer, which is what I have now. Yeah, that little guy right there. But I didn't get that until, I don't even know when I got it, but semi-recent. So you really technically don't need it when you're just starting. Just use your regular printer and print on regular paper, or if you want to go a little bit fancier, use, you know, the sticker paper that I'm talking about. Okay, the next part, you're gonna need some sort of software, so to speak, to buy your shipping labels. If you're doing Etsy, you can totally use Etsy labels to buy your shipping label. That is honestly like the easiest way. I know that some small businesses, if they're sending out stickers or traditional bookmarks or like something really small, they just use regular envelopes and just put stamps on them. You can do that. I never did that because I was really focused on having my items protected. Yes, it was a little bit expensive to send it on, let's say something like this. Something like this, it was a little bit more expensive to send it something like this. So for just like a sticker, you have to put all of these items, take all of these items into account for your pricing for sure, which that is a whole other topic on its own. Definitely focus on protecting your packaging because you have no idea what's gonna happen in transit. There's so much that can happen in transit. You can put do not bend sticker, but are they gonna care? No, they're not. If they have to stuff it. Are they really gonna care on the little sticker that says do not bend? No, they're gonna try to bend it and just shovel it in there. If you use something that just like give them like a really hard time to bend. So just keep that in mind. Yes, you can use stamps for sure, and it would be way cheaper to ship it that way. But also stamps, one, I think you somehow can add tracking to it, but generally speaking, it doesn't have any tracking. If a package gets lost in the mail, there's no way for you to prove, hey, I sent it, or hey, it says delivered. Or again, if you're on Etsy, it would not qualify for Etsy protection. So yeah, that's why I never did stamps, because I feel like it was just too risky. I would have to, there's no way for me to even, like somebody can even get the package and just say, I never got it, because there's literally no way for you to verify that it was in fact delivered. So I definitely that was not a route that I wanted to go. Now, if you have your own website like I do, or Shopify or whatever, and you don't want to pay for that third-party software that basically you pay monthly and then you get like very good discounted shipping labels, if you don't want to do that, you can use Pirate Ship, which is absolutely amazing because it's free. It's absolutely free. You just make your account, log in, put all the information, and honestly, you can actually, if you have Shopify and other type of platform, I don't know which others, you can even like link it. It's free, so I don't have to pay monthly for that service, and I get access to commercial pricing, which is way cheaper than just going to the post office and saying, hey, I want to mail this. And it's just one thing when you're sending stuff on your own. Basically, you're not going to the post office, having them weighted, measured, and then shipping it. Just keep in mind that all of that stuff actually falls on you. Make sure to have a scale, like a really good scale that goes down 2 ounces. The way I do it is, okay, I just turn it on, I put everything in there, including the mailer, the packaging. If I'm putting any bubble wrap or craft paper, a cushion, like everything there, just put it in there. Make sure that you are taking that number, and actually I just round up. If you're shipping on USPS, whenever anything is less than 4 ounces, I just put 4 ounces as the weight, because it's gonna be the exact same price. Half an ounce, or like 0 ounces up to 4 ounces is going to be the exact same price. I think then 5 ounces to 8 ounces is going to be I don't quote me on it. It's better to say that it's heavier and end up not being as heavy than to say that is not as heavy or like exactly the same, but then their scales say that is more, and then you end up being charged more later, and that is very annoying. Same with the measurements for your stuff. I rather just kind of round up. If you're using Etsy, the fees are ridiculous. So you are getting charged a percentage on the shipping label that you're purchasing. It is disgusting. Let's say the customer gets charged $4.52. Etsy is gonna charge you, I forgot what's the percentage, but they're gonna, let's say it's 5%. They're gonna charge you 5% of $4.52, which is ridiculous because you're getting that money to pay for the shipping label. So why are you getting charged that? That is not money that's going to your account. It's just, it's so annoying. Their logic is you are getting that money, so therefore we're gonna charge you on that money. There's so many things wrong with Etsy. Yeah, let's not go down the rabbit hole. Let's just leave it as that. Let's leave it as that. Let's move on. How do I pack my stuff? I have a lot of different type of packing materials. I definitely do. I really hope that I get to a point where I can just like and say, okay, we are doing just like eco-friendly stuff, period. But whenever possible, what I do at least is just to reduce the amount of cellophane bags, the amount of stuff that I use to cushion my stuff. I use paper, so I use craft, or I use this stuff, honeycomb something, but I use this stuff to kind of cushion my items instead of using bubble wrap. I haven't really bought bubble wrap. I just repurpose the bubble wrap that I get whenever I order stuff. So that's my way of staying eco-friendly. I have a lot of different type of items. So yes, I for sure need completely different types of packaging. This one that I show you, which I use mostly for greeting cards and for like smaller stuff. Price friendly for me to use these guys for something small, like 1, 2, or 4 small notepads or sticky notes, or like anything small that cannot be crushed. And when I'm just in this one thing and I just fear that it's gonna get bent, I put this insert. It's not gonna bend. I'm not gonna, if I put like enough force, it's gonna bend, but like it's hard enough that you have to like really aggressively try in order to bend it. So I just do the little insert if it's something that it just feels like it would need it. I still have these guys left over from Eco Enclosed. I still have, I don't know, maybe like 3 left. So this is for like more stuff when I have like several greeting cards. Then I put this insert and then it goes in there. Or several items, I'm replacing these with these guys. They're slightly smaller, but it's not a big difference. So this one was a bit of an impulse buy, not gonna lie. Hopefully you can see it. Yeah. So the company was having like a really good deal, and I was like, let's see how custom packaging looks like. And it looks adorable. So I just got like a couple. I still have a ton of them because I only use it when there's a big enough order that can go in this, and or like something that's specifically for dentistry or going to like a dental office, and it's like it can like a big enough order so that it just looks super presentable. I know it's absolutely gigantic, and the reason why I bought these guys and I don't have many of those is because I started to do calendars, and calendars are large. They're, well, right now mine is like not that big. It's 11 by, no, it's not 11 by 17. It's 8.5 by 11. So I needed a big enough mailer to send that out. And yes, I use an insert as well. Why do I use bubble mailers instead of regular poly mailers for this stuff? Again, it's because this is not great. Like if you're sending stationery on something like this, it's not great. Even with the insert, it's just not good. But if you're sending something like this, and then you add, let's pretend that this is big enough of an insert for this, and you add an insert to it, it just adds extra cushion, extra protection. That is why my go-to from the start has been bubble mailers. Boxes. The smallest one is this one. It is so small that you're like, okay, why would I even, what's the point? Well, the point is that I sell button pins. One time I shipped one, and then the person sent me a picture of like, hey, absolutely love it, but it got crushed in the mail. And then she showed me the picture, and it was like completely dented. Like from that point on, I was like, okay, I need to, and I actually sent on a bubble mailer with lots of bubble wrap around it and an insert. So I was like, from that point on, I was like, okay, I need to protect those button pins better. And it sucked because the button pins are really not that expensive, so now I'm spending more money on packaging those things. But it's better than having to replace the item and having to give a refund. So that's what I started to get these little guys. So another thing is that when I use any boxes, I also use a poly mailer, and I don't feel super great about it because it's like, I'm using double the amount of packaging and it's not great for the environment. But again, it goes back to protecting the item. So great, these protect us from getting crushed, but it doesn't protect them from getting completely wet. These does. So fully protected, or at least the most protected you could possibly get. Is for when I have several different type of items. So let's say keychains or a bunch of different type of items that cannot be sent in a bubble mailer. This is actually, I got this one before I got this box, and I just like it because it's longer. So if I'm sending specific type of notepads with other stuff in it, it's not gonna fit here, but it's gonna fit here. And that's another thing that you have to work around. It's like, okay, you have to buy something that is big enough for multiple items and not just for like one specific item, because then you're gonna end up with things like this, where it's like, okay, if it's here because it's thick enough but it doesn't fit here because it's not long enough, or if it's here because it's long enough but doesn't fit here because it's not thick enough. This is one of the boxes for, let's pretend that this is one. So like, one of the boxes for the mugs. It's big enough for the mug plus extra items, and then if anything, if it's just the mug, you just cushion it. This is our biggest box. I've had these boxes for such a long time. I ordered 20 of them because this one is just too big. I wanted something that could fit enough different type of items, but the thing is like it's too big. So I've only had like a handful of orders that are big enough for these. Because sometimes the orders are just like too big to fit here or not big enough to go here. So I've had these boxes for a very long time. That is all I had for packing. We talked about, you know, having 1 or 2 different types of mailers, having a scale because you're gonna need a scale, having something to print the shipping labels, so either just regular copy paper with sticky back, so sticker paper, like a really cheap sticker paper. Talked about softwares, Etsy labels if that's what you're going for, a third party if you're getting enough orders, or pirate ship if you want to go for something free. And we talked about all the type of mailers that I use. Do you want to look at the mess? That brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions regarding any of this stuff or anything else, let me know in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. It's really fun making these videos. It's honestly been really fun just talking about my experience, talking about my stuff, and just seeing, you know, so many of you watching these videos. It's just like really fun. So I am having a lot of fun, and I am very surprised with myself that I've been able to keep up with posting a video every single week. Yay, for me it's almost been 2 months. That's amazing. I hope that you come back next week for a regular vlog and have a wonderful week. Bye.